Good evening and welcome to Blueprint Explosive Exclusive. I am Madhavdas G. 5 days after AIDMK General Secretary Edappadi Palaniswamy had warned ambulance drivers, party cadre blocked and hounded an ambulance driver in Tamil Nadu's Tiruchirappalli district. This incident happened yesterday when AIDMK supporters had gathered in large numbers to welcome EPS as part of his statewide tour. Now, an ambulance which was in fact on its way to rescue a fainted man was blocked and carried out by AIDMK cadre. They were seen banging on the vehicle, punching it and even trying to assault the driver. They also forcibly opened the ambulance door to check if there was any patient inside. The driver of the ambulance, who has been identified as Senthil, claimed that he and the pregnant technician accompanying him were assaulted.
நான் 108 ஆம்புலன்ஸில் வேலை பார்க்குறேன். இன்றைக்கி துறையூரில் எடப்பாடி கூட்டம் போட்டிருந்தார். அந்த கூட்டத்துக்கு வந்தவங்க மயக்கம் மட்டும் விழுந்துட்டாங்க அப்படின்னு சொல்லி எம்எஸ்கே மண்டபத்துக்கிட்ட அப்படின்னு சொல்லி கால் வந்து அழைப்பு வந்து அவரை காப்பாற்றுறதுக்காக போனோம். நாங்கள் எங்களை அந்த பொதுமக்களாக பப்ளிக்கை திரண்டு இருந்தவங்க எதுக்காக வந்த யார் ஃபோன் பண்ண அவங்களுக்கு நீ எப்படி இங்கே வரலாம் எங்கள் கூட்டத்தை இழைக்கிறதுக்காகனே நீங்கள் வந்திருக்கீங்க அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு வண்டியை தாக்கி வண்டியை எல்லாம் சேதாரம் பண்ணிட்டாங்க. போன எங்களையும் என்னையே என் கூட வேலை பார்க்குற டெக்னீஷியனையும் தாக்கி தகாத வார்த்தைகளால் திட்டி அவங்க தாக்குனதுனால நெஞ்சு வலி எடுத்துருச்சு, கை வலி எடுத்துருச்சு. அதனால் நாங்கள் அரசு மருத்துவமனைக்கு வந்துட்டோம். எங்களை காப்பாற்ற போன எங்களுக்கே இந்த நிலமைன்னா பொதுமக்களுக்கெல்லாம் என்ன நிலமை ஒன்றும் தெரியல. இந்த அரசாங்கம் எதுக்காக இப்படி பண்ணது என்ன உரிய நடவடிக்கை எடுக்கணும்னு கேட்டுக்கிறேன்.
This comes a few days after EPS had alleged that the DMK government is sending empty ambulances to his public meetings to disrupt his speeches. He issued an open threat that the next time an ambulance without a patient interrupts his event, the driver of the vehicle will end up becoming its patient. Listen into what he said last week.
எதுக்கு தில்லு வேணும், அரசு நீதியா இருக்கு வேணும். அதை விட்டுட்டு கூட்டத்துக்குள்ள ஆம்புலன்ஸ் விட்டு ஒவ்வொரு முறையும் பிரச்சனை பண்றீங்களா? இந்த டிரைவரு இதெல்லாம் குறிச்சு வச்சுக்க, நம்பர் குறிச்சு வச்சுக்க, யாருன்னு அப்புறம் பேசிக்கலாம். ஆக இந்த அரசுக்கு எச்சரிக்கையா விடுறோம். அடுத்த ஆம்புலன்ஸ் வந்தா ஆம்புலன்ஸ் பேஷண்ட் ஏத்திட்டு போற மாதிரி தான் இருக்கும். வெறும் வண்டி ஆம்புலன்ஸ் வந்தா அது யார் ஓட்டிட்டு வராங்களோ அவர் பேஷண்டா மாதிரி ஹாஸ்பிடலுக்கு போக வேண்டிய நிலைமை ஆயிடுது.
After yesterday's incident, DMK has gone all guns blazing against EPS, alleging that the ambulance was attacked on the instructions of AIDMK General Secretary. The ruling party asserted that this arrogant attitude will be punished by the people. AIDMK, on the other hand, dubbed the entire incident as an enacted drama, saying DMK is doing all this as it cannot digest the support EPS is getting from across Tamil Nadu.
These events are an outcome of direct instructions from Edappadi Palaniswamy to create ruckus, to put the safety of ambulance drivers and paramedical staffs in danger. These acts of goondaism, initiated, propagated by the Edappadi Palaniswamy, will be stopped.
Having seen the support that our leader is receiving across Tamil Nadu, DMK is not able to digest it. They need some data to go for a PIL. That's what is happening. Since our leader exposed their sinister design, now they are enacting in such a way that there are no loopholes. It's again enacted drama.
Without prima facie, that without evidence, I don't think Mr. Edappadi would have said this. Even during elections, we have seen ambulances used to carry money. So these things have happened. There should be a very clear thing. Who called this ambulance? What is the system? Where was he going?
Let's go across to Dharni for more on this. Dharni, this is clearly, of course, something that was feared last week when we reported this speech by Edappadi Palaniswamy, that this is something that Cadre could take very seriously. Unfortunate the manner in which it's played out, because even the ambulance driver and a pregnant worker have not been spared.
It looks like the AIDMK cadre took Edappadi Palaniswamy's previous statement very seriously. Yesterday in Thuraiyur, when an ambulance was trying to pass by the AIDMK event location, we could see the cadre blocking the ambulance, trying to assault both the driver and the woman technician. And the most important part here is that the woman technician was 7 months pregnant. Despite her being pregnant, the AIDMK cadre tried to assault her, pulled her by her shawl and used unparliamentary words towards her is what one can understand. But even now, the AIDMK still continues to defend their stance. They keep alleging that the DMK is enacting a drama. The DMK is sending empty ambulances to disrupt their public meetings. But on the other hand, the DMK is coming down heavily on the AIDMK.
Right.
In the state of Tamil Nadu, almost 1,330 ambulances operate on.
Dadi, I'm going to come to you in just a bit, and I'd like to thank you for joining us with that update. Let's quickly open this up and take it across to our guest. Joining us with us is Kalyan Raman, who's a senior leader of the BJP. With us also is Dr. Ishwar Gilada, infectious diseases expert and Secretary General of the Organized Medicine Academic Guild, or the OMAG. We have Dr. Syed Hafiz, spokesperson of the DMK. And let me start with you first. Dr. Syed Hafiz, of course, this is completely unjustifiable behavior, but the allegation coming in repeatedly from the AIDMK is that this is the government deliberately sending ambulances to disrupt the programs of Mr. EPS. Your response?
Oh, this is an example of what will happen when the leaders become irresponsible, insensitive, arrogant, instigate violence and propagate violence. It is an outcome of the behavior of the Edappadi Palaniswamy. Last week we have debated that this, I warned you on the show, I warned the people on the show that this will really endanger the safety and the security of the people who are providing ambulance service. That was clearly told. This is exactly what has happened today. Now, see, we told in the last show also, I challenged the AIDMK spokesperson to prove that it is fabricated and it is being deliberately done by the DMK. You can go to the court. Everything is documented. We have a statement from the ambulance driver in the last incident. We have statement from the ambulance driver and the paramedical staff in this incident. If they are not going to believe them, what only will make them believe? So this is a very desperate attempt for a cover-up from the AIDMK, from the AIDMK leadership, Edappadi Palaniswamy. See, this is nothing but pure promotion of goondaism. This is nothing but purely a desperate attempt for attention. No, this is a very critical service, Madhav. Why would
absolutely. Let me bring in Kalyan Raman on that note. Mr. Kalyan Raman, while we wait for the AIDMK spokesperson to join us, Mr. Kalyan Raman, how is this justifiable, sir? An innocent ambulance driver being beaten up, a pregnant healthcare worker being beaten up. I mean, where are we going to take this? Logically, this is completely, unacceptable. And this is exactly what we debated last week. You may have problems with the DMK government, no problem. Every opposition and government, there will be some amount of friction. But why should healthcare workers be bearing the brunt of it?
First of all, we have to understand that always supporting mob behaves in a particular manner, then it is the responsibility of the law and order mechanism to take care of such issues, rather than blaming it on a crowd which is already gathered. When the government is very much aware that there is going to be a huge gathering of Edappadi Palaniswamy avargal, then why they have not taken enough precautions? Now let me go to Enman Enmakkal Yatra. Why there was not a single incident of such kind during Enman Enmakkal Yatra, where the ambulances were playing closer to the Yatra route? It was not happening then, but it is happening now, not 1, 2, but more than 30 and odd occasions, and deliberately. And it was also, last time when we debated, it was found that there was not even a single patient in that, and the driver was not in a position to even answer to as to where he is proceeding to, whether he has got the address of the potential patient or not. So apparently, and very specifically, it was an enacted drama. And Syed Hafiz was talking about a proof. You don't have any, even have the...
Mr. Kalyan Raman, that is no justification for beating up the ambulance driver. I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry, sir. That is not a justifiable reason for beating up an ambulance driver. You are questioning the law and order machinery, and the DMK spokesperson can answer that. But that is not justified, this kind of hooliganism by AIDMK cadre. Sorry. That is not acceptable as an explanation at all.
I'm not justifying at all.
Of course, you are questioning the law and order machinery. You should ask those cadre what action is taken against those cadre who did this hooliganism. And what is the example being set for other party workers?
Take action. There is a clear case. There is a clear case of attack. Let them take action. There is FIR. There is a possibility of Any other action to be taken by the
So why should AIDMK not be taking the action?
What is happening? Probably why should they take action when the government is within the right to take action? When the law and order mechanism is supposed to be.
You think this is exemplary behavior?
Something that
you are saying this is wrong. You are saying this is not correct.
Please
is this exemplary behavior, sir?
A very important thing I am going to say. It is not correct, but at the end of the day, the action is to be taken by the police, not by the organization. The incident has just happened.
So you will allow for similar incidents to happen from here on in the future. That is the problem. This is exactly the problem. Let me bring in Dr. Saeed Hafiz. Dr. Saeed Hafiz, you have the law and order machinery.
Now
you can take adequate preemptive measures, and post the incident also you can take certain measures.
To behave accordingly.
There is a case, there is an FIR filed in the previous incidents on 5 people, unknown assailants, and legal action will be taken. There is no question, we are not debating about who is responsible or if the law and order machinery is taking adequate action or not. If you can see in your video, it is the police who came and protected the ambulance driver and the paramedical staff. I don't understand how the BJP is going on and diverting it and putting the onus on the government. The government, because the police was there, because there were adequate force, that the ambulance driver was protected. Now the pointed question is, there is something called morality in politics. We are talking about moral now. You know, you can say law and order, all this will be taken care of. A critical service that is being blocked. You know, in the previous incident, if you see, it was started only after Edapadi Palaniswamy made a provocative statement. I don't blame the cadres.
Kovai Satyan is with us. Let me put that question across to Kovai Satyan. It's a critical service. The question that many are asking is, what is the example being set? What is the fault of that ambulance driver, the pregnant healthcare worker? What is happening? We were debating this last week on the show, and it's actually happened on ground. What action is your party taking against those who took law and order into their own hands?
Madhav, our leader and I myself make it very clear, nobody is above the law. And our leader stands by. If DMK feels that they have all the grounds and merits to take the law as per the books of law, we welcome. Let them go ahead. But let me tell you, suddenly on a hurried manner, DMK can release the evidence today of yesterday's event. What has happened to the last 20 events when ambulance have passed by? Why no data have come out? Let me tell you, this is a nefarious design, nefarious plan by the DMK to derail our rally, because they are not able to digest the support that our leader is receiving on ground. Yesterday is a much more well-planned and staged drama, so that they can capture the data points and come out to the open public and see we have a genuine reason to ply the ambulance among the crowd. This is a well
if there is a genuine reason, then how is it a drama? Once again, Kovai Satyan, you are contradicting yourself here. If there is either there is a genuine reason or it is a drama. You can't say it's both.
Come again, Mother.
Either there is a genuine reason why that ambulance was there in the first place, or it is a drama. How can it be both?
If data can come so fast for yesterday events, what happened to the data for the last 20 ambulances that passed by whenever our leader took the podium? Mother, who is stopping DMK to release those data?
Release the data. Saeed Hafiz, release the data of the last 20 events.
No, Madhav, is that even a logical demand? Then they'll ask for all the 13,000 calls that the ambulance service is providing. Now, for the solution, according to Satyan's logic, is to ban ambulance service wherever Edapadi Palaniswamy is campaigning. Wherever his meetings are happening, 108 ambulance service will not be provided to the people. And I don't understand the logic of empty ambulance. You need to have an empty ambulance for a pickup, sir. That is the logic. Empty ambulance is required. It is not a share auto where 10 people are already there. You pick up a 12th guy or 11th guy and go. There should be an empty ambulance to attend a distress call. That is the basic common sense. And what logic is that? Release the data, release the data. Why should we release the data? Don't hallucinate. We don't need this kind of a cheap or dirty tricks to derail. You have no support on ground. That is why you are losing election. Stop hallucinating. You are against the people.
Did you deploy?
This is more
the question inside the piece is, did you deploy adequate persons for law and order? That's a question that's repeatedly coming up. Did the DMK government not deploy adequate? Last time we debated it also, this was the question, that you did not have adequate police bandobast. Due to political reasons, you are not deploying police.
Madhav, the police is there. You are channel is showing that video. See the footage. As long as this ruckus came in, it is the police personnel who's coming and protecting the ambulance service provider and paramedical staff. What allegations are these
Yet
people
they got
making?
beaten up,
These are
sir.
all
Yet they got beaten up there in
See,
hospital. Clearly there wasn't enough police over there.
It is a huge mob. It is a huge mob, instigated mob that has been inspired by the speech of their leader. This is
Satyan, and this is exactly what we were discussing. You know, end of the day, leaders have to be responsible for a reason. Here you have a situation where your cadre was extremely excited and they were probably influenced by what he said last week, and very clearly this is the result. And the fact that you're not going to take action against your own party cadre who are doing this kind of behavior shows that there is some kind of sanction, and this can happen again.
Madhav, let me tell you, going forward, our leader knows how to handle such scenarios by giving a befitting reply to DMK. But look at their answers. Why should we release the data? We are not asking all the calls that comes to 108. We are just asking the data of just 20 or 13 ambulances that went past through our leader's rally whenever he took the podium.
No, but why not take action against these people? Go ahead, Satyan. If you feel this is wrong, why aren't you taking action against the people who did so?
What's the design of Madhav, I tell you what. Next, they are trying to take data so that they can file a PAL in the court in the name of public interest litigation, asking for a gag order for a leader's rally. This is what DMK is a 420 company. Let me tell you.
There is no issue, sir. You fight it out amongst yourselves. But the healthcare professionals suffering in this manner is very, very unfortunate. Let me bring in the only doctor on this panel. In fact, Dr. Gilada, would you like to come in? Because this is extremely shocking. The fact that parties can play politics, and there's no surprises that there is, politics that sinks to a new low. But this time, healthcare workers becoming, the brunt of facing the brunt of this political fight. That's the most unfortunate part. What would you like to tell our viewers? Leave alone the political parties bickering.
Madhav, thank you very much for having me on the show and bringing me in this kind of debate. We doctors, we healthcare workers, we are neither on this side or that side. And it is new law which we are seeing in politics nowadays. You bring in anybody, attack them. Now suppose even if you attack them, and during the attack if police fire something, same people will be ferried in the same ambulance to the hospital. So we doctors, we healthcare workers are duty bound to care even our enemies. So why should you bring us in picture, unnecessarily assaulting us? On behalf of the Organized Medicine Academic Guild, the organization which is representing 250,000 postgraduate doctors in the country, we feel ashamed that why should we provide service to people? Now, you go, as per the Motor Vehicle Act 2017, ambulances are deployed in emergency situation. They have a beacon, they have a sirens, and they can use that. So whether it's a political rally or any kind of religious program or whether any emergency call, we are bound to provide the services.
And the lives and safety of those who are mandated by law to save lives, and this could happen to anyone. Any family member of any of us sitting on this panel or any of you viewers could have a heart attack, could have some kind of a healthcare emergency. Is this how you expect them to be treated? The persons who are supposed to rush and save your lives, you have all heard of the golden hour. How crucial that is in saving lives. Is this how they are to be treated? And is this the new low to which politics has sunk? We told you this last week. Unfortunate the manner in which is played out on ground in Tamil Nadu. Whoever is to blame, it doesn't matter. The point is that this is something that impacts the lives of each and every citizen of India, not just of Tamil Nadu. And it's unfortunate that there is politics being played out even on such an issue. We'll have to leave it there. Mr. Kalyan Raman, Kovai Satyan, Dr. Syed Hafiz, and of course Dr. Gilada, thanks so much for joining us this evening. Slipping into a quick break.